Today we're doing a fun challenge and I am challenging myself to draw without lifting the pen or marker. Let me clip my notebook, get ourselves a nice clean page, and this is the marker I'm using. It's a permanent one with a round tip. So as soon as I started drawing, I kept going over the same branch, the same place, and this was because my brain was trying to process this whole thing because I have not drawn like this before. And then after a while, I finally branched out and started going into the drawing. And although I was conscious of the fact that I cannot lift my pen while drawing this, muscle memory was at play and I lifted my pen without even realizing here, and I just continued. I realized it, and then I got very conscious and really went into the drawing and really started focusing. And at this point, I think I got a grip on it and I was doing really well. And then I had to change the angle of the camera, which is very difficult while holding the pen to the paper. And then I just continued doing the grapes. I mean, if you haven't realized already, I'm doing a bunch of grapes. And the fun thing was that whenever I had to go from bottom to top, I had to go through a lot of grapes, and it was making a lot of expressive lines and circles, and something that I wouldn't or you wouldn't draw in a normal drawing. So there were a lot of extra lines, expressive lines and circles in my case because I kept going over the circle again and again, over the grapes again and again to move through the drawing. And then I did some on the side, which looks like they're attached a bunch, but since I couldn't lift my pen, I just could not make them look like they had fallen or they were just there. And then I did a shadow. I also lifted my pen here accidentally. But I almost went through the whole drawing without lifting my pen. I only did it twice, and I'm proud of myself for that. I really love how this turned out. I think it's so beautiful, and at first I was thinking do watercolors, but then I thought that it would be interesting to do acrylic markers with this drawing since we did a pen and it's very expressive. I didn't want the colors to blend too much, and with acrylic markers you can do expressive lines and you can really make the colors stand out and not blend them if you don't want to. So I decided to use acrylic markers here. I picked some purples and blues and pinks for the grapes. And then I just started coloring them in using one marker at a time, and I did some shadows with the purples and blues, and for the highlights I used the pink and colored them all in. I added brown for the stems, the branches, and then for the highlights, I took out my gel pen, white gel pen, and did some highlights here and there, and the whole thing came together. And I have to tell you, this was a lot more fun than I expected, and it also turned out to be a lot better than I expected. I thought it would be a complete mess to draw without lifting the pen, but this was so expressive, and I think it's so different from anything that I've ever done before, and that's why I love it so much. It's so different and I find it really beautiful, and I find new experiences and trying new things just a lot of fun. So this was great for me and it really sparked my creativity, and I encourage you to try new fun challenges and new ways of drawing and painting, and that will really help give you new ideas and spark your creativity. Thank you for hanging out with me.